Hello and welcome back to another video. It's the weekend and the wolf is chilling out, as you can see. And as I was chilling out this morning, I saw a video of an aspiring trader, and he was basically having this whole video about his day in the life, how he was waking up early in the morning, going to the gym, having his protein shakes, and then showing this whole facade of discipline and patience by practicing all of those good things, and then getting onto his trading. Now, I don't think everyone who actually does that will become a great trader, although it is always useful to do that. But I thought it's important for me to just take some time and kind of give you my take on what is this whole thing about discipline and patience, right? So off we go. What the F is trading discipline and patience? So I feel that there is a bit of a disparity between how we dream to become a trader versus how the trading reality is. And we all kind of keep hearing about this thing about mindset, psychology, Mark Douglas, and all of his books, and the fact that if we can somehow manage our mind, that we will become good traders. That is true, but let me preface that by saying that if you do not have a proven trading edge, as in a technical edge, all of your mindset is garbage. Well, and assuming that you have an edge and you're working on your psychology and your mindset, we all think that we are this amazing animals. The roaring kitty or the roaring tiger here, or the super sharp shark, the king of the jungle or the market jungle, the lion, or of course, in my case, the wolf of Wall Street or the wolf of Street. Now we think that we have an edge, we have this mindset, and that means that we will actually make a big dent in the universe that is the market. Unfortunately, what happens is we still have losses, we still blow up accounts, we overtrade a lot, we have FOMO, and then we kind of say that, oh, I am not disciplined enough. I need to have a bit more patience. And of course, I need to read a ton of books. And no doubt, I need to meditate and listen to soothing music when I trade. And I would say that all of that is right, and all of that is not quite right. So let me give you a simple framework that has helped me in my patience and in my discipline. And it's far more granular than what most people would suggest. So here's the reality of how I manage my animal instincts. Yeah, you heard it right. Cage the wolf. The wolf of Wall Street or the wolf of Future Street needs to be caged. That's the only way we can become far better at the trading game. And it's proven beyond doubt. And I'll explain why. And I'll explain what I do. So before I go into the why, let me explain what. So first of the four cages, do not try to do too many things at the same time. Stay with one single pattern. In my case, I trade the double three single 15, and I just want to become better and better each day in this pattern recognition and pattern trading game. There are further nuances to what I mean by uh, trading a pattern, but those are level 2, level 3 details, which I'm not going to cover in this particular video. I'm just going to cover the very basic framework that will help everyone who listens to this video and has helped me in becoming a bit more disciplined and a bit more patient day in and day out. So trade one pattern is the number one uh, cage. The other dimension of the cage is find a ticker, a forex pair, an index that suits your brain speed, your brain's ability to make decisions. Now, you can have NQ, NASDAQ, you can trade ES, you can trade the Dow, you can trade any particular index or any particular product that you want to trade. What you need to do is you need to spend time in understanding the pace of that particular product and understand that you are trading a particular paced product. So in my case, my top two products that I want to trade are copper, HG, and natural gas, NG. And if both of them don't have the setups that I look for, which is the D3S15 pattern, then I would look for either crude oil or the Nikkei or gold. You will see that I don't want to put in Nasdaq or any of the other indices because I don't believe that my mind is ready to handle the pace that they work at, right? And this is something that you will have to figure out for yourself. But it is absolutely important that you do that. So take time out, collect all data points, look at how the volatility of each product is, and then decide what's best suited for you, and then prioritize. The third aspect is trade a fixed market time. Now, the New York Market Exchange opens at 9:30 in the morning Eastern every day. I don't want to trade that. Why? Because it's too fast for me. And as much as when I enter most times during those times and I get filled, the markets are pretty evil, pretty nasty, especially Nasdaq. For every one trade that works well for me during those times, three would go bad. And I figured out that time between midnight Eastern to around 6 a.m. Eastern is a better time for me. And again, it goes back to the second point that I made earlier, which was the pace of the market and the products that I trade. The pace of the products that I trade during the time that I'm mentioning here are far better for my brain to make the right decisions, are far better for my eyes to see the pattern that I see, and for them to work out more often than not. And even if I say midnight to 6 a.m. Eastern, I still want to focus much more on the in the 4 hours instead of the 6 hours, which is 1 a.m. midnight or 1 a.m. in the night or early morning and 5 a.m. But I have a 1 hour window on either sides of that to capture certain opportunities that may arise. Right. And the last one is have a fixed amount of trades that you take in a day. And here are the 4 combinations that work for me. And I'm sure that they should work for you if you want to be consistent, if you want to be patient. Number one, you can have 2 wins in a row and you can stop. Don't trade. You can have 2 losses in a row and you stop. Don't trade for the day. If you have a win, you have a loss, then you defer it to a third trade, which could result in either win or a loss. So a win-loss-win or a loss-win-loss, right? And you stop for the day. Believe me, if you can actually, these sound simple, they are actually simple, but when you start off, they are not that simple. You want to fight a loss and make it a win again. You want to fight the red day and make it green again. And you want to trade a lot more because you see more opportunities. But believe me, the more you spend your time in the market, the more you will lose. So, yeah, if you can, these 4 aspects, and again, as I said, there are level 2 and level 3 details around each of them, each of these. For example, on the last point, which is the maximum 3 trades in a day, you can also fix your firm loss or your firm profit that you want to make. Let's say I want to only lose $400 in a day per account, or I want to only make $400 a day per account. You just do that and you get out. So these are smaller aspects that will actually refine your plan further. But as long as you can have these 4 pillars or defined and executed in your daily routine, you will become a far better trader than what you are today. So again, the main point is you have to cage the brain, or the wolf or the tiger or the lion or the shark, right? But you have to have these boundaries built in for your brain to act in the way you want it to act. Else, you will continue to make more losses and you will continue to ask the questions, what the hell is going wrong with me? So let's just go back and reflect back on some of those points of what's wrong with me, right? Uh, yeah. So the caged wolf effect, and here is what I have seen in my trading. So with the four pillars, uh, or the four edges that I have created around the cage, uh, if I now look at consistency, losses, blow-ups, and over trading, can you now look at how I can minimize them by following the four edges of my game, of my trading game, of my behavior? Can you see that by limiting the number of trades, I'm limiting, or I'm almost kind of eradicating over trading by having lower drawdowns and lower losses? Can I now become a less losing trader? Uh, am I not showing consistency by being far more organized and planned in the way I approach a trading day, by only focusing on very, very specific aspects of what works for me? And does it then have a difference in my discipline and patience? And do I need to read a lot of books to do this? You answer that, right? And what you will also find is that whilst you have a trading edge, all of the four aspects that I've described in the caged wolf effect will create a furthermore statistical edge in your uh, outcomes. You will find that you will become more focused, and more important, you will have data to assess and improve your weaknesses that will still be there, but they will minimize and minimize and minimize. So that will become a bit of a progressive uh, cycle in terms of improvements. And then it will also help you enhance your probability of staying longer in the trading game, staying longer in the market, to reap the rewards that you will ultimately deserve. And of course, you can, spend time reading books and meditate or listen to nice, soothing music. But all of that is a byproduct of your happier, stable trading mind. So let's smash that discipline and patience myths. Let's practice a bit more rigorous execution, have a very firm plan, and if you can also smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Till that time, have a fun weekend and keep rocking.